In the final year of World War II, Japan launched thousands of paper balloon bombs into the jet stream, hoping the wind itself would carry fire and fear across the Pacific to North America. It was one of the strangest weapons ever built, and it led to one of the most forgotten tragedies on American soil. The balloons were called fugo. They were made of washi paper, konnyaku paste, and silk. Each carried incendiary and anti-personnel devices. More than 9,000 were launched from the Japanese islands between November 1944 and April 1945. The Japanese had discovered the jet stream. High-altitude winds blew west to east at 200 miles per hour. They built balloons that could ride those winds for 3 days across the Pacific. The launches happened at night. Giant pale balloons rising into black sky, carried by hydrogen, vanishing upward. Then came the long drift, silent, invisible, high above the ocean, ice forming on the paper, balloons drifting through cloud banks, time passing in silence. Then they started appearing in America. A rancher in Montana found one in a tree. A logger in Oregon saw pale paper in the snow. The army collected them in secret, but the public barely heard a word. The government had ordered silence. If Japan knew the balloons were arriving, they might send more. So the press agreed to say nothing. For months, ghost weapons drifted across American skies, and almost nobody knew. The silence worked. Japan abandoned the program, never knowing how many had arrived. But the silence also meant that when a balloon killed 6 people in Oregon, those victims had no warning. In May 1945, Elsie Mitchell and 5 children were on a Sunday school outing near Bly, Oregon. They found something in the woods, a pale paper balloon, partially deflated, caught in the trees. It looked harmless. It was not. The explosion killed all 6 of them. They were the only known deaths from enemy action on the continental United States during the entire war. The government lifted the press blackout immediately. The public finally learned what had been drifting overhead for months. The attack they never heard about became the attack they never saw coming. Today, the Mitchell Monument stands in the Oregon forest. 6 names on stone, wind in the pines. A weapon made of paper and carried by wind. The first intercontinental weapon was not a rocket. It was paper, hydrogen, and the sky itself.